Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. This week we are exploring why are you here, Pisces? Well, each zodiac, obviously these are kind of like generalized for the zodiac, but it's to give you kind of like a general impression and idea. I have pulled oracle cards out to get started. I am using the Return of Spirit oracle deck, the Archangel deck, and the Starseed oracle deck, and then we are getting into the Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 1. And a Pisces, you have a very specific message here. So I'm going to tell you why you have come here. Why are you here? You have come here, I want to say, as an agent, like an agent of God, an agent of cosmic energy. That's why you're here. You are that. You're coming like as an agent of cosmic energy. And you have a purpose here. You have actually a very strong and direct purpose that is, it's kind of funny. There's a little bit of this reading that is like some of the energy here I'm picking up. I believe she was a Pisces. I did a private reading for her. I think it's a couple of years ago now. It was crazy energy, like really, really spiritual ass crazy shit, man. Like, wow. And I'm picking, like, to some degree, that energy up here. You've come, when I say from the heavens, I feel like even far beyond, or maybe our concept of heaven is almost like visualizing it to be very close by, and maybe it's quite far. You literally pulled out your overall purpose is a starseed. I'm sure I've pulled this card out for Pisces before, like on my channel doing readings, to kind of confirm that y'all are starseed energy. You really are in this reading. Once we get into all of the cards that have come out, your underlying is the voice. The angelic energies that you are using are remember who you are. You also have this is the overall life purpose. And then this is your right now purpose, like something that you're doing right now, which is vibrational. Vibrational. You literally are coming across to me as a starseed. You're a highly developed galactic being. Okay, for like, if there are any other words to really more accurately describe that, I don't know. Like, we'll kind of go with what we have in the English language here. But you're coming here to remind people who they are, that they are creative children of God, and that they are loved. That's why you're here. This isn't it. It's really beautiful. That's why you're here. You didn't come here, although you might be experiencing it, like it's sort of like the mundane aspects of, what a lot of human life can be. Maybe you get married, maybe you have kids and you have a family, yeah, that's nice. And maybe like some of you are experiencing that in this lifetime, but it is not the actual reason that you are here. I want to say anything beyond you making both a frequency, vibrational, and spiritual positive impact in the world. Anything beyond that is just like icing on the cake. It's kind of like icing on the cake for your soul. And yeah, it's just okay. So what angel is working with Pisces right now? You have Archangel Azrael, and your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Now, I pulled the cards out ahead of time, which I chose to do in this reading this week, because I kind of like, it's a new reading that I came up with, and I always test new readings on myself to kind of see how they flow and kind of see just how they go. And I found that, you know what, it's good with these deeper questions and these cards to give a few minutes to think about what has come out. And I am glad that I did that, because at first on the surface, as I'm pulling out the cards, I wanted to say that it looked like, oh, well, you've come here to experience that, or to remember that you're a child of God, and then as more cards came out, I was like, no. Pisces is here to do this for others. And this is, well, no, I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to show the underlying card yet for Oh, man. Wow. Jeez. Okay, there's something else here about sort of the energy of forgiveness. It's kind of interesting, right? Because when I did, sorry, my hair is just, anyways, when I did Aquarius, their reading, it was really interesting because it was kind of like tapping into the idea that they are heralding a new period of time here. That, like, right, bringing the dawn of Aquarius, and it kind of go into details how they're doing that through both their personal life and anyways, paving a path, right? If we think, like, we are in the age of Pisces right now. The age of Pisces has been heavily dominated by, I want to say to some extent, like Christian ideas. Now, a lot of mankind's ideas of Christianity are a little bit fucked up. But anyways, maybe that's my Aquarius rising. Coming forward to just say that there. But, you know, the idea of the age of Pisces is centered sort of around Jesus. So let's do that. Jesus didn't carry guns. Jesus talked to the poor. Jesus was all about the poor people. Right. But he was also about forgiveness. I feel like, okay, the whole idea behind the story of God sending his son to earth was to, it was kind of like, oh, what's the right term here? I mean, not being a religious studier myself, to me, the big purpose of that was to cleanse humanity of their sin, or to make them understand that they are all born of sin and that there is a path to righteous, like to recognize that they are God, that they are children of God, right? Like that was kind of, to me, one of the main, and it's interesting because I don't know what I'm tapping into, but I am picking that up in your reading to remind people that they are children of God. Because, I mean, I don't know. This is your underline, part of it, part of your underline. And this part here, like this forgiveness area, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. And then this takes us into big picture thinking, which is Pleiades energy, which is starseed, and then visionary, inspired ideas. It's kind of like seeing beyond the aspects of ourselves that are imperfect, imperfect, and being able to find inspiration within that, being able to come to terms with one's humanity. These are deep this week. They are very deep. Well, I came up with that. You might like this. When I was coming up with this reading, I had my different songs playing in the background, a playlist that I'll play sometimes for preparing for tarot. And actually, as I say that, the song that came out for you when I was pulling out your cards was Katie Lang's Hallelujah song. So that's kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. But when I was creating this spread, the planets came out, and it was Neptune, and then it was Neptune, and then it was followed by Mercury, which I thought was quite fascinating because Neptune is hiding information. And what is Mercury doing but getting where all information is, right? Mercury can go where the gods, not even the gods can go. So, and I feel like I'm really tapping into something kind of like big with that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I really do. So, okay. You also have angels, like there's also going to be angels here helping you, almost like you are kind of coming through like an angelic form, an angelic cosmic form in this lifetime. And you are also going to need reassurance and guidance, and remember who you are. And to remember who you are is to help others remember who they are. That is the primary thing here that we have. Now, why did you decide to come here? Why did you decide to come here as who you are in this lifetime, to incarnate as you are? Because Earth School, Now, again, when I first pulled these cards, I'm like, oh, Pisces is diving in here. They have a lot to learn. I'm not saying that your soul didn't come here to learn. Our soul is always going to take every opportunity to learn. Life lesson, soul growth, study, higher learning. But I feel like this is what you're sort of doing for people around you. Yeah. You came to Earth School. Almost in a way, like as a part of the instructor force, how that comes through. Like you came to Earth School as part of the instructor force. That's why you came here. And I don't know, you might be getting a reminder here. Hey, remember, you're part of a big family of souls here. You're not disconnected from source. And you're also like, I'm going to read for you these two cards. And this one is really interesting because this is your purpose right now. This is basically like, you don't even fucking need to do anything like to make changes. Your frequency makes changes. Like this is the energy of someone who walks into a room and it changes the tone. It changes everything. It's just like you're a frequency shifter. And that's also like part of your purpose. I want to say it's probably a purpose that you're always engaged in. Right now it's coming up as prominent for you at this time. So that might be something to think about as well. Okay, so let's read them. The starseed, before I do that. The starseed. This book's really coming apart here. Your overall purpose in life. The loving, benevolent being in this card has come to you today to share his words of encouragement. There are many who feel as though they don't belong here on earth. You see, when I really started digging into this, I'm like, okay, wait a second. You might feel very different from a lot of people that are here on earth, but I really do feel like you are a support network here. Like your frequency is supposed to be familiar also to those that are feeling like disconnected from their own experience and to make them feel kind of like comfortable and at home. It can be a tough journey with many experiences and obstacles to overcome. You no longer have to question whether you are supposed to be here or not, or whether you belong. You most absolutely belong here. Your soul has chosen this incarnation for many reasons. The universe has brought you here for a reason too. Do not doubt the wisdom of it. You are a very sensitive soul, connected to the subtle energies that weave and ebb throughout the entire cosmos. You may find that you are actually affected by the moods or thoughts of others as well. I had to laugh when I was reading that. I thought, like, because Pisces is my very empathic sign. Although at times it may not feel like it, this is a gift. It is a special part of your makeup and blueprint. Your keen ability to sense and intuit these energies is an aspect of the gift you are here to bring to the planet. I just think it's funny, right? Because those are literally the things like that you would attach to Pisces. You could be any type of healer or teacher, but this largely depends on whether you choose to hide away from the world or to engage in it. At times it may seem easier to just hide away, but that is not what you have come here to do. You carry a high frequency, again, which is crazy because you pulled out this card. You carry a high frequency, and through your everyday contact with others, you are sharing it. As you allow yourself to open up to the world around you, you'll find yourself opening to the higher information and energies as well. And okay, I feel like, so there's even something here, like there might even be these, your own guides here, support angels and spirits trying to get through for you with something specific. Usually starseeds are guided and directed by beings of a cosmic galactic nature. This can sometimes mean that it takes more effort and patience when communicating with their guides. The starseed card asks that you can consciously work on developing your connection with your guides as there is information awaiting you. So, okay, I don't want to say that that isn't something that you are working on in this lifetime. I believe it is, but I believe more so that you are helping others with this in some way. So it could be through faith. It could be through just expressing, like, it's kind of funny. Like, I think of my Pisces friend when I'm doing this reading, and I would say yes. She's just like, she could just walk into a room and just feel better. I just go to her house. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so much better. It's like that energy. That is actually a lot of how this comes through. And consciously, it's information, because there's many times that she'll say things to me and it seems just so easy for her to just openly talk about her spiritual experiences. When I even think, before I even started this channel and I met her and I had my own experiences, but I was kind of feeling like that stuff was taboo, and she's just like right open with it, right open. In fact, like, that is you, just to be right open with it, so that people are like, oh, I'm not the only one who's been through weird stuff like this, or I'm not the only one that feels like this. Is that like that's you? And it's also too, like, if you get the idea of a priest, right, or somebody, church leader or whatever, I don't know, just leaning into something here, and that person would, right, like, guide their flock in terms of, you know, praying to God, or do, like, how to be a good person. What are the good things that, you know, you want to do in life, and how can you help your fellow man and all that. You know, it's like teaching that, but just still, I mean, a proper pastor or whoever is still going to do that themselves. And at times they will doubt themselves. So this is not to say that you are always like, you have just incarnated here and everything is easy breezy and you never feel disconnected from God. I mean, oh, maybe you never do, or you never have. But you are going to have those moments when you do, and it could be a challenge at times to connect, because the starseed energy is not always easy to connect with. But you are definitely, like, helping others here to feel comfortable in their spirituality, to remember that you are a child of God. It's really funny. Like, you really do have a very, I'm really getting like a real Jesus vibe energy here. Like, I don't know if, however I'm asking the questions or what I'm tapping into, is kind of explaining the age of Pisces in some way as well, and you kind of embody that. I'm actually really curious what comes in with Aquarius. Is there some other type of spiritual being that will come down to earth and visit people in the age of Aquarius? And I think they're always relevant to how man has evolved and how society is evolving. Right, which is why I also think it's, you know, if you go to the Bible to say, well, this is how they were doing it 2,000 years ago. Okay, so you haven't evolved, your thinking hasn't improved in that time period. You're not more capable of better self-control and higher thinking. You still need to, like, slave people and do that. Yeah, okay, right. Okay, so all right. You ready for vibrational? It goes so well with your starseed energy. Okay. I just have problems turning these pages because the book is falling apart. There it is, vibrational. Okay. Right now, this is your purpose right now. Some souls come to the earth plane to simply experience life. Their life focus on personal interactions, not on the betterment of the planet or on humanity itself. You, however, are not one of those souls. You have incarnated for a much bigger reason. So, I don't know, some of you could be in the process of waking up to a much bigger reason here right now too. Being, like, kind of initiated and turned on. The core energy of who you are and the vibrational field you carry has a profound effect on all those with whom you come in contact. You may already be aware of this, or you may not. There is nothing you need to do to make your energy stronger, better, or higher in frequency. It does not need to be adjusted, altered, or activated. It already is all of those things. By believing that your energy needs to be improved, you're actually limiting the force and flow of it with thoughts of lack. You did not come to this earth to improve your energy. See, that was the other thing. It's like, no. Your energy, you're bringing, like, some very strong cosmic energy with yourself here. You're, like, diving in to, I want to say to some degree, be a spiritual healer, a spiritual teacher. You're an energetic powerhouse, and the vibrational card has come to remind you of this. You have the ability to affect and uplift the energy of anyone you come in contact with. Spirit is asking that you place your awareness on this. You and the energy you hold is intended to aid and benefit your fellow human. In your own unique way, through whatever it is you do, your energy makes an important and valuable contribution to this planet. It is time for you to claim your energy and the power you hold. By focusing on how you use it and how it affects others, you are aligning your field to its intended purpose. to make a lasting and positive change in the lives of others. There. Yeah. Maybe your voice too. Like maybe there's something really soft and soothing about your voice as well. Maybe some of you are singers. Maybe there's things that you know, that need to be said here. Or, if I say that too, like kind of going back into my Pisces friend, like just being very open about really supernatural spiritual experiences, as I barely even knew her. I'm like, oh, interesting, right? Like immediately made me feel comfortable about yeah, that, I don't know, maybe she opened me up to like into the tarot, because I wasn't doing it when I first met her. So why are you here? You're diving in. You're diving in. Life lessons, soul growth. Again, like, I'm not going to say that you aren't experiencing that. I think just the easiest way is to say like, oh, like somebody, maybe you're teaching people, if you want to get away from the religious aspect of that, the difference between, you know, someone who might be a motorcycle instructor, like teaching people how to drive a motorcycle, all the ways to shift the gears, how to stop safely, how to go around things, right? Like you're teaching that, but it's not to say that you are not going to continue to do that for your own life too. That's literally the best way I would describe your energy. Yeah. Why are you here? You're here to remind people who they are, that they're children of God. That's really, yeah. And I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. Defenselessness. And to have a vision and be inspired. So also interesting. It's like removing all this ancestral. I get such a heavy visual here from this. Like there's deep ancestral wounds buried in the earth that are being released. Deep ancestral wounds that are buried in the earth that are being released. And this rights past wrongs. God, even that is kind of, you know, I mean, it has a religious sort of tone to it. And that Jesus died for our sins, right? All of our past sins and all of our sins to come. Righting past wrongs. I want to say too, I feel like there's something about your energy, like you are heralding. Is it as we move closer to the dawn of Aquarius that you are still making sure that people remember they are children of God, that they are loved, the starseed. This is your overall purpose. I'm kind of thinking too that some of you are teaching starseeds. Like maybe some of your own kids, maybe they're starseeds. Other starseeds. Oh, look at you, the Mother of Water, the Queen of Cups, bringing love, the water, cleansing. The Mother of Water, bringing water to earth. You're bringing in like cosmic love. The Moon. Very Piscean. Your card in the tarot. The Six of Earth. Such an interesting card. You see here, like these guys in the dark, they're kind of got their arms crossed. They're like this. They're upset. Maybe they don't feel included. I feel like these two in the light are trying, like they're almost conversing with, how do we get them to feel okay about coming out? How do we get them to feel important? How do we, there's something here about, I'm writing grudges, removing grudges. Oh my God, get out of town. Okay, see, like I'm talking about how they're almost like, how do we get them out of the dark? Look at the next card. Wow. That's justice. You have the Moon and justice here. Even that. Right? It's like when the two fingers come together, like when God touched Adam's finger, gave him consciousness. Consciousness. You're elevating the consciousness here. The spiritual consciousness of humanity. Bringing them out of the dark ages. That too. Okay. Bringing love. You bring cosmic love. And you remind people that they are loved and that they are children of God. Your right now purpose is vibrational. So you just go wherever you need. Just walk around. People go, what are you doing? I am changing the frequency of the earth. Wow, you have the Summerlands. It's the Fool card. Right? Okay, all the Pisces, get out there and start walking around. Start walking around. Start purifying. Start purifying. It's almost like putting the frequency at 0, making it fresh, new. Bringing this down to the earth. I love that both of these energies, you are like, your hand is in the sky and you're bringing this down. So typically you're bringing down water. Oh my God, what are you doing? This is the Aquarius card, the Fool. You are right now preparing the path for Aquarian energy. I kind of got this vibe over here, like your overall life purpose. I thought it in my head and I didn't articulate it because I already had other words coming out of my mouth, which I often do. And I thought to myself, it feels like to me that Pisces is working in tandem here with Aquarian energy. Yeah. Oh. This is going to be a fascinating week. The High Priestess. Lots of hands in the air here. The Five of Wands. There's Jupiter in the background there. And the Maiden of Fire. The princess, or sorry, the maiden is the Page. Resolving conflicts through frequency. That's what you're supposed to do right now. Well, that's what you are. Right now you have a purpose to resolve conflicts through frequency. I really feel like there's something about your voice and what you say. With the, like both these communication cards, maybe it's how you say it. Maybe you say things in a way that give people reassurance. They feel calm. It feels fresh. It just feels like a fresh start. That's your purpose right now with the Fool and Vibrational. Yeah, there's also with the Wisdom card, it's like you know what to do. Like you have some type of knowledge and you know exactly what to do. This Five of Wands could be so interesting because with Jupiter in the background, it almost feels like something that wants to grow forward and move, but that is coming up in a conflict energy with the Five of Wands and speaking like almost, is it speaking? Is it showing the light? Showing the light. Your purpose here is to bring something out of the darkness. Is to bring people out of fear and darkness. And right now, it is to kind of cleanse the frequency, starting at 0 and fresh. The angel that you have right now is Azrael. Hello from heaven. You could have an ancestral guide that is really prominent for you as well. Interesting. The Four of Water. One hand she has fire, one hand she has water. She's remembering some sort of dream or wish. It was just like these little sprites, almost like these little spiritual entities are kind of like rising out of this well. Let go of your right. Okay, let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. There's something here for you. You're not seeing the higher cup. There's something here that heaven's trying to offer you right now. Or maybe you're so caught up in your spiritual work. Being a starseed, it would kind of feel like you're always in it. Hello from heaven. The Ace of Water. The Ace of Fire. Okay, we got two aces there. Oh, and the Mother of Fire. Interesting. See how she's managing the fire? It's no longer in her hand. Because here it's just a little bit of fire in her hand, a little bit of water in her other hand. Oh, and you have the two aces you have are fire and water. Maybe there's too much fire. Maybe you have too much fire. Because it's almost like too, like she's dropped the fire out of her hand. Because your purpose, your main purpose here is love, is water and love. There could be things that have upset you that are going on in your life or in the world around you, and it's caused you to feel fiery. And it's not that it's changed your frequency or vibration. It just dulls it. Okay, so right now it might even be to kind of like purify your frequency. Heaven, connect with your own heavenly guides here. Through water, through the emotional state. Yeah, okay. I do feel like you right now, the angel around you is trying to help you increase your own frequency here. Because the Four of Water isn't a great card. It's almost like you're not tapping into the higher realms, or it's dulled. Also, see, okay, right? Like she has the High Priestess, she has a sword and she has a cup. And the Ace of Cup, the sword is in the cup. Bringing the mind and the heart together. It's sort of trying to subdue some Mars energy, I would say. So why did your soul incarnate as you in this lifetime here? The Tower. You wanted to shake some shit up. Could be a specific moment in time here that is going to happen in your lifetime that you are meant to, I don't know, balance a frequency even. Like this is almost like maybe there's something that's going to happen, or your soul knew that something was going to happen, an event, and that you would be there for that. It does kind of feel like some sort of event here. It's almost like you know what to do in something. I don't know what it is. It feels like it could be a very specific event. Because you have this wisdom bringing justice in here. Out of this Six of Earth card is like out of division and isolation. I feel like you're meant to help, I don't know if it's like humanity in general or people close to you at some point in your lifetime through something of a bit of a catastrophe with the Tower card. Wow, the Emperor. Yeah, I don't know. You're supposed to take on a really strong leadership role here. Wow, death. Maybe is the end of a leadership. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Death of the Emperor changes everything. It's some sort of leadership change. Honestly. The Emperor, Death, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's some type of leadership change. There's in some way here, you're going to find yourself in a very significant moment where you're either involved in a leadership change of some sort. Maybe it's a work thing. I don't know what it could be. Yeah, but you are. Sure, you got, the Book of Shadows, which is the Hierophant, your underline. The Seven of Fire, which is Uranus. It's full of methane. 8-year-old Cindy laughed about that one in Aquarius. Isn't that funny? Uranus. We just have to talk about that for a second, okay? Uranus. Whatever it is you want to call it. Do you know it's full of methane? That's why it has a green glow. Don't you think that's funny? That a planet full of methane is called Uranus? Okay, back to being serious. So you go to Uranus and you go into transformation. That's the Chariot. The Star, elemental of air and initiation, judgment. Yes, you hit a life purpose and a calling here. Maybe you work your way out of some sort of hot air, stinky gas. I don't know. The Chariot to the Star to, yeah, it's like a calling. You definitely have a calling. Some of you may even be going through some sort of like spiritual initiation on your own here. Maybe for like even becoming a higher level spiritual guide or something like that. Like on the other side of this lifetime. Wow. Well, there you go. That's what I have for you, Pisces. That's why you're here. Okay. That's why you're here. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what past life experience holds you back in this lifetime? How can you overcome this hold back energy that you experience in this lifetime? And what have you already accomplished in this lifetime that your soul did have as a goal for you to accomplish? The link to the extended possibilities is in the description. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.